G'day guys, welcome back to another episode. Today's episode will be for the people that bought our roof rack system, especially the roof rack itself, because it does arrive disassembled at your premises. So today I'm going to show you step by step how to assemble it, so it's a nice and easy process when you get to do the fun job of assembling it. It is 36 degrees out there, so today is very hot in Brisbane, so I'm about to start sweating, so apologies for that. But yeah, it is what it is, and there's no breeze whatsoever. So it's just perfect conditions for me, isn't it? But yeah, anyway, let's get stuck into it and I'll show you how to assemble your roof rack. All right, so here's what we're working with today. So this is what your box will look like. And then on the inside, you can see everything is neatly packaged and protected. So it all arrives safely. And then once you have a look inside the box and everything, all the parts will be here to install your roof rack. Now the reason as well why we send it disassembled, as you can see, the package is not too big, so the freight will be a lot cheaper than to send a roof rack that's already assembled. So it's a bit of a win-lose situation. You have to assemble it yourself, but you pay a lot less freight. And also, if it's already assembled and we ship it, there's more chance to get it damaged. And we don't want that sort of thing. So without further ado, let's get this all apart and then I'll show you how to install it all together. Alrighty, so as you can see, everything is laid out on the floor. So essentially what it is the left and right side, and then you have the bars going across, and then on the bars will be the actual platform. And as you can see, they also have these inserts so you can attach accessories to it, which is great. I'll actually show you what it looks like. Um, so here it is. So you can put them in, slide them in if you want to install things that way. Otherwise, there's also these over here. They also work. So either way, if you want to use a nut or a bolt, you can do so. All right, so that's good. All right, moving further, this is for the front and the back. And then you've got all your plastics that will attach to it. So it literally just slides in and then it gets bolted down. So there's all your bolts. Those are the actual brackets for the backbone system to go on. And then there's some more plastic clips. And then that's it. So that's your whole kit. So firstly, what I would recommend is let's put everything in the way that the roof rack is actually going to look like, and then we'll know what goes where. All right, so let's fast forward to that. Okay, so what I've done now is put the rack onto the floor just to show you sort of what it's going to look like. Obviously, the middle bars needs to be spaced out, but there's no bubble wrap over there and I don't want to scratch it. That's why it looks like this. So, plan of action. Right, so basically I'll just quickly explain it. So what you want to do is put your plastic caps on each end. So there's 4 ends, that side, that side. Then I'll also explain what you need to do. There will also be these. So it will basically look like that. And then there's 4 of these ones that just go over there. And then you just want to make sure there's 4 screws, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 holes. All right. And then also for these bars that go over, what we're going to do is attach them to the railings as well. And then once we've done that, we'll flip it over and then we'll put the actual platform bars on, if that makes sense. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 holes, which takes these ones. I'll quickly explain it. So this is also the thicker bolt. All right, so I'll just quickly show you what I mean. All right, so here's the screws. All right, so this is a short one. There you go. And there's also a long one, okay? So for the long ones, you're gonna be using them on each corner. So there's 4 of them on each corner. And then the short ones will be used to attach to this rack here. All right, so there's 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8 that side and 8 on the other side, which we'll do after this. And then also, like I said, this is the thicker one, the thicker bolt that goes on the sides. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side and 4 on the other side, which is 8. And then of course, the thicker bolts also use the thicker washer and a thicker spring washer. And then these small guys with the smaller washer and smaller spring washer, they will be attached to these bars as well, which we'll get to later. So yeah, that's just to explain where goes what. So like I said, we'll just attach all these plastic ones, and then we'll also attach these ones. And then after that, we'll attach all the bars in the middle. Okay, so let's do that and see what it looks like. Great, and there you go. As you can see, that's all screwed on, which is awesome. And now for the next step is to put the bolts in there and the washers. So there should be 8 of these in the packet. That's what they look like. So essentially, you just put one in there, slide it across, and you take this bolt and you bolt it on. Happy days. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side and 4 on the left side. Perfect, and there you go. As you can see, the bars are all nice and straight and they are nice and tight. So there you go. So what I plan to do now, what I'll do is grab a sharp knife and then I'll just separate all those bars so that each platform or bar has bubble wrap, and then I'll move it across and then you'll see these holes. They need to line up with them, and then that's where the small screws come in. Those ones there to make it nice and tight and fix it to the rest of the structure. So let's do that now. Awesome, so there you go. Now the roof rack is actually starting to take shape. So as you can see, what I've done is I've just cut the bubble wrap. So you can just use a very sharp knife like this. There you go. And then just drag it along the floor and then it will cut it. All right, so what you then have to do is line it up with the holes. So there you go. That lines up, that lines up, that lines up, and it's underneath this lip, not on top of it. So there you go. And then same for that side, and everything fits perfectly, and all the holes will also line up perfectly, as you can see. So there you go. Now it's just a matter of taking the screws and to screw that one down, and then we're almost done. Perfect, and there you go. So that is all screwed in. As you can see, everything looks very nice and sleek. So there you go. It's a great rack, and the quality, as you can see, is perfect. Everything lines up perfectly, and you shouldn't have any issues whatsoever. So there you go. Boom, 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 boom. So what we'll do now is we'll flip the rack over, and then all we got to do is then install these ones on the top, and that works together with these smaller ones. And remember your spring washers and your washers, and that's going to turn into these little guys. So I'll show you in a minute what I mean. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so for the second last step is to put these washers into the holes. So underneath your roof rack, you'll see that's what they should look like. Here you go. Same here. So how they work is they've got a little spring. So when you push it into the hole, it will stay there. So come over this way. So that's what the hole will look like. So what you do is put it in like that. then you push down, and there you go. So if you try to push it down and it's sort of just too long and it doesn't want to go in, you can use a set of pliers, okay? And then you can just crimp it down a little bit, okay? So you can just make it a little bit smaller. So let's try that. So there you go. Crimp it a little bit smaller. So now when I put it in, there you go. Awesome. So you've made it to the very last step, which is to put all of these plastics over the edge of the platform. So there you go. There's the holes. So it literally just fits over that one. Here's a better view. So it just fits over those two edges. Basically just adds extra support to the rack to make it extra strong. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20 all together. So once that is on, what I've also done is put the rack on top of a small box. That's where all the plastic bits came in, just to lift it up a bit higher from the ground. And then here's the bolts that you got to use. So it's just the small Allen key one. And remember your spring washer and then your washer. And then you can just bolt it in because the other one that you just installed is there. So that's just going to go in and it's all done. So I'm quickly going to do that. And then, my friends, we'll be done with the roof rack. Awesome. Congratulations, guys. That is now all complete. So as you can see, this is what the final version will look like once everything is complete. So what you want to do is just go over everything, make sure everything's nice and sturdy, there's nothing loose, that sort of thing. And then you're all good to go. So literally all I used to complete this installation was a rubber hammer. You can use that rubber hammer. It basically just helps getting these plastics into there and into there. And then I've also used a drill, like an electronic drill, to fasten all the screws and the bolts. That makes life a lot faster instead of doing it all manually. And yeah, that's about it, guys. So there you go. That's what it looks like. It is all made out of aluminium, except for these little plastic parts here and there. But yeah, it's a very solid rack, as you can see. And there's also plenty of room to mount accessories to it, which is awesome. And to give you guys a bit of an idea how much it weighs, it's about 25 kilos. And then you also have your backbone system. So this is your backbone system over here, right? Here you go. And that weighs about 10 kilos for the set. So yeah, all up about 35 kilos, and then you have yourself a solid rack. Let me show you what it looks like on the car. And there you go. That's what it should look like once you've installed it. So it does go over the whole roof, which is awesome. And as you can also see, I've mounted the LED light bar at the top. And then over this side is my 270 awning. So it literally just bolted on. I'll just show you. There you go. So there's the brackets. So 3 of them, all plug and play essentially on the roof rack, which is awesome. So yeah, guys, that's the final look once you've installed it on the car. And here's the backbone, just to give you sort of an idea how it will fit. So the backbone will come with separate bolts and whatnot, but it will fix to these channels. So there you go. As you can see, it all lines up perfectly and you won't have any worries. So yeah, happy days. Also, like I mentioned previously, this is what you can buy from us as well to install accessories. So whether you want to put the nut in there you go, and then you fix something to it, or whether you want to put this guy in and it twists and then it grabs onto it as well. So they are very handy if you do want to grab them. But yeah, all in all, you should be very happy with your roof rack. So there you go, guys. That's how you install the BGT 4x4 roof rack. As you can see, it's a quality piece of gear. It's super strong. Everything fits perfectly. So when you go to install it, have fun. It took me about 3 to 4 hours to do, and that's including me having lunch and multiple breaks and filming and that sort of stuff. So I reckon if you smash it out, 3 hours should be plenty of time. But yeah, take your time and do it over the weekend, and then you can also install your whole roof rack system over the weekend because it won't just take an afternoon to do so. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and thank you so much if you already bought a roof rack. We really appreciate it, and I reckon you're going to be extremely happy with it because it's a great roof rack for the price and for the quality that you're getting. It's awesome, so enjoy it. But yeah, apart from that, guys, make sure to like, subscribe. If you have any other questions, make sure to drop it down below. Otherwise, make sure to jump onto our Facebook page as well. Subscribe to it, or not subscribe to it. You can just follow it. And there's also a BGT 4x4 community page. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to jump on it, get in there, because we do a lot of giveaways there, and we also ask a lot of questions about products and that sort of stuff in that community group, what people want, some early releases of products. They get to see it first before it jumps onto YouTube. So yeah, make sure to jump onto our Facebook pages, like it, follow it, and then also subscribe if you want to. Thank you so much. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.